Hello and welcome to Armbar Audio. I'm your host, Tim Farley, and next to me is my trusty companion,
John Kearns. What's up, everybody?
Today we're here to talk about Survivor Series weekend. The WWE put on two great shows, NXT TakeOver War Games on Saturday and Survivor Series on Sunday. So we're going to go in chronological order, and there will be some things to talk about after we review both shows. So, starting it off, John, we had Team Ripley versus Team Baszler on NXT TakeOver War Games. What did you think about this match?
I thought everything in the match was done correctly. I like Team Ripley coming out on top. I love the turn from Dakota Kai.
Yes.
I think we have the potential to have the next big Gargano Ciampa-esque feud with her and Tegan Knox.
You got to throw Mia Yim in there too, because apparently Mia Yim, who was on Team Ripley, got attacked beforehand.
Yeah.
Got attacked beforehand and was unable to compete, so Dakota Kai took her place. When it was time for Dakota Kai to come out of the cage, she turned back around and beat up her best friend Tegan Knox, took off her leg brace, beat her with it, even attacked Regal. Rhea Ripley showed a lot of power and cunning as she took the handcuffs that Shayna was going to use on her, handcuffed Shayna to Ripley, and did the riptide through a bunch of chairs. There was also a spot with Io Shirai doing a beautiful moonsault off the top of the cage. I thought all these women did a great job, and it was a banger to put out first.
Absolutely. Rhea showed, again, her dominance, showed that she's going to be the top star in the women's division in the very near future, I feel.
Yes, there's even more to talk about with that as well once we get into Survivor Series.
Yes.
The next match, excuse me. The next match was Killian Dane versus Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest for the number one contendership to Adam Cole's title on Survivor Series. This match was also a barn burner. I liked Pete Dunne's counters in the match. I liked that all three had time to shine. Priest is going to be something special.
I loved Damian getting to finally hit his corner dive spot. That was such a regular part of his arsenal in Ring of Honor.
Right.
Killian Dane just being a monster, the beast of Belfast as he is. Killian just getting to be Killian is pretty much what I'm getting at there.
Right. Looked like he lost a little bit of weight too.
He's looking good. Really good.
All right then. The next match is probably my favorite of the weekend, and I'll explain why. Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor. This match was great because Finn's veteran know-how in the ring really helped Matt Riddle slow down his 1,000% speed.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle is always constantly going fast, and he doesn't let the moves a lot of time to breathe. And I feel like with an opponent like Finn Balor, there was time given to those moves. Everything looked crisp, everything looked great, and eventually Finn Balor won. What we would expect because it's his first time back on NXT. John?
Yeah, thought it was very interesting him finishing the match with the 1916 as opposed to the coup de grace.
Mm,
I think that will be a regular thing with his new heel persona.
mm,
I'm a huge fan. Well, because the coup de grace was super over.
right.
Um, huge fan of the new heelish entrance. I like that he doesn't. I wouldn't call.
Bask in the light.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it this in real life, but for lack of a better term, he no longer panders to the crowd.
Right.
He does the wide arms and then switches to the guns, and all the lights go down as opposed to coming up.
Right.
It's really cool. I like that.
After that match, we got our main event. Team ROH against Team ROH 2.
Yeah, right.
The Undisputed Era against Team Ciampa. And Ciampa put out a request to someone to join the team, but had not heard back. So we go into this match with 4 versus 3. Ciampa had awesome paint. I thought it was cool looking.
Yeah, and the return of the Psycho Killer mask
Yeah, that too.
that he hasn't worn since his Ring of Honor days.
Undisputed Era looked like they had this in the bag until the last member of Team Ciampa eventually made his way, and that was the man that the Undisputed Era beat down in front of Triple H on Monday Night Raw, Kevin Owens. Why did I do that? Fucking Owens. Anyway,
The reaction to Kevin Owens coming out was incredible.
yeah.
Um,
And I love the post-match interview where he kept saying, NXT never changed, I love you.
yeah. I don't think I've ever. It's been a long time since we've gotten a pop that loud on a WWE production.
Adam Cole put a bunch of tables in the ring, and it ended up being the Undisputed Era's downfall as Keith Lee.
Shit, the first one outside the ring was sickening.
Ciampa just kicked him off and he
kicked him off of the stairs, and he went through the table set up on the barricade.
Yeah, and then I think Keith Lee powerbombed Roderick Strong through a table. Kevin Owens frog splash.
Keith Lee powerbombed Bobby Fish through a table.
So then Kyle O'Reilly went through with the frog splash.
And Roderick Strong went through with the chokeslam from Dijak. Or Dijakovic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then at the end, which was absolutely insane, Tommaso Ciampa
and Adam Cole were on top of the cage.
And
for some reason.
Ciampa took Cole like that behind him and fell backwards through 2 tables off the top of the cage. And it was just sickening looking. And Ciampa got the win. So Team Ciampa comes out on top, and I believe this is the first War Games loss that Undisputed Era has gotten. But they're still draped in gold.
Yes, they are. Undisputed gold.
So I'd say TakeOver was a great show. Survivor Series was a little bit less than, but it was still good.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. Now, John, did you watch the pre-show matches?
No.
Me either. So we're not going to talk about them. But we will give you this update. For the pre-show.
It's not for lack of wanting to. It's just that I work nights. And when I get home, I don't want to be up until 5 in the morning watching wrestling.
There was a 10-team interbrand tag team battle royal, which Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode won for SmackDown. Leo Rush retained his NXT championship, Cruiserweight championship against Akira Tozawa and Kalisto. Nice. And the Viking Raiders defeated the New Day and the Undisputed Era. So going into the main show, each brand had 1, 1, and 1. The first match was the female Survivor Series match. Team NXT of Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm against Team Raw of Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Sarah Logan, and Team SmackDown of Sasha Banks, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross. I thought I was really happy with the outcome of this match. I liked the little feud between Charlotte and Asuka going on. I think that apparently at some point Candice LeRae and Io Shirai were taken out because of injury, but they came back to help Rhea Ripley put Sasha Banks away. But the match between Sasha Banks and Rhea Ripley was awesome.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, I think putting this out first was really cool. Love seeing Tony Storm out there.
Yeah.
Love the inclusion of Tony Storm. Rhea Ripley, again, just she's the best female they have right now.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely got the most momentum.
I really don't care if people agree or disagree with that. To me, Rhea Ripley is the best female that WWE has.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is getting a little stale. Anywho, Team NXT won, obviously, so this gives them the it's 2-1-1. We then got the mid-card title match, which I thought stole the Survivor Series show.
Yeah.
AJ Styles, the United States champion, against Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental champion, against Roderick Strong, the North American champion. And I'll tell you what, John, I always complain about how Nakamura sometimes phones it in and isn't as vicious as he was in New Japan.
Right.
But I will say this, last night, those kicks and those punches and
knees,
all of them were excellent. Excellent to watch. AJ Styles always is an A-plus performer, and Roderick Strong does not get his just due as a great performer as well. This match was back and forth, a lot of breaking of pins. The end came whenever Roderick Strong stole the pin from AJ Styles on Shinsuke Nakamura, which then gave NXT another win, going 3-1-1. John, what did you think of this match?
It was awesome. I mean, Roger Strong finally won a match without the help from Undisputed. But he had a lot of help from AJ Styles. AJ at this point, I think, should be sick of winning triple threat matches without winning.
Right.
It's happened to him a few times now.
He's always getting the screws to him.
Right? Yeah. I think things were going the way that I wanted them to go at this point. I wanted NXT to dominate, and that's what was happening. Got to see the new Intercontinental title in action for the first time. It looks really great around the waist of Shinsuke.
I agree.
I like the new design. People are like, I missed the white strip. Well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The new belt's nice.
The new belt's nice. It's on par with the United Kingdom ones.
And it makes sense because both women's belts have white straps.
Right.
That they're making them different because everybody was complaining they're the same. And now that they're making them different, people are like, oh, but it looks different. I don't like that it looks different. Well, decide what you want.
Whatever.
Sometimes I am on Vince's side.
Yeah.
When it comes to this shit. Like, people will scream and go on Twitter and be like, we want this. And they'll get exactly that and then act like they never wanted it.
Like Seth Rollins.
Yeah, like Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins kind of did it to himself.
Yeah. Anyhow, so the next match was the NXT title match between Adam Cole, Bebe, and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. they explained that instead of the 3-man booth we get on Wednesday nights, Michael Cole would be filling in for Mauro Ranallo, who blew out his voice on TakeOver. We then found out today that that is not the case. What indeed happened
was that he misinterpreted a tweet from Corey Graves. Got
two.
No, not
There was 2 of them.
what? Okay, tell me all about it, Tim.
Someone asked how many Chicago rap mentions were there, and Corey Graves said far, far too many. And then Corey also said there's a Ring of Honor champion on commentary and a Hall of Famer, but you wouldn't know that, meaning that Mauro was outshining, like out
as he does every fucking week.
But here's the thing.
Corey Graves is a heel.
We know Ranallo is the bipolar rock and roller. He has mental health issues. It's not
bit of an overreaction
for a normal person. For a normal person, it's a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
That he deleted his Twitter and everything. Also,
I know one people that are bipolar.
It's one thing whenever you're getting criticized by the masses on Twitter instead of getting criticized by one of your peers. I honestly think, like, I understand what you're saying, that it was too much, like, he reacted, but we also have to remember that this is not a normal psyche person.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with all the things that have happened in the past with him and JBL and such, why even say something? If Beth and Nigel have an issue, I'm sure they would bring it tomorrow themselves.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't notice. Mauro Ranallo is Mauro Ranallo. Nigel's Nigel. Beth is Beth. They all play their parts, and I hear all 3 of them.
Well, I mean, Beth Phoenix does nothing but give one-word answers for everything. I hate to say it, but I don't see how Beth is as good as people are making her sound.
Because Renee was so bad at it.
Yeah, maybe. But when something happens and all we hear from Beth Phoenix is, wow, thank you. Top-notch commentary.
She did really good on Survivor Series. I don't know.
She did better on Survivor Series because Michael Cole was there, not Mauro. Kidding.
All right. So that takes care of that part. Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne was a great match. Both sold their injuries from their oh god. Oh god. Just put out a black and white video.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know how correlated these 2 events were. Like, people with mental health issues do a lot to keep themselves feeling okay. And I don't think that doing vanity searches and deleting Twitter is the way to make yourself feel okay.
I don't know if it's a vanity search.
He wasn't tagged.
Was he?
No.
Maybe other people tagged him.
Yes. So, little Twitter twerps snitch tagging Mauro Ranallo made him delete his Twitter. Not Corey Graves.
It was still there. It was still there.
And, are we going to act like it's the first time Corey's said something controversial about someone else?
Fuck Corey Graves.
Fuck Corey Graves. Okay. Fuck Corey Graves. Fuck Corey Graves.
He could be a heel on TV all he wants. Whenever it comes down to treating a coworker.
Boy, are you gonna hate the fuck out of his podcast.
I don't really listen to it.
You should. It's fucking good.
Yeah, I heard that he shit on Rusev and Lana's storyline, and that's okay. He's not saying that they're terrible, they're bad at their jobs.
Well, Bobby Lashley is, but that's another story.
But he didn't say that.
Should have.
Anyway,
he should say Vince McMahon is bad at his
so
job.
Adam Cole had bandages around his stomach, and Pete Dunne had a bandage around his leg. They worked these two angles the entire time, which I thought was smart. Eventually, Adam Cole hit a Panama Sunrise off the top onto the apron outside. He also finished the match
with a last shot,
escaping a
bitter end
into a Panama Sunrise and hitting a last shot for the win.
Which is fucking stupid.
What's fucking stupid?
Adam Cole still being champion after the performance Pete Dunne gave last night.
Did you really think that Pete Dunne was going to win?
Yes.
Why?
Because
the Undisputed Era has all of the gold.
Okay. Where
you
is
think it's
written in a law book that it has to be that way?
It's going on right now. There has to be a storyline where they lose it all.
Where's the storyline where they're doing anything with having all the belts?
Every week.
Every week when Roger Strong goes out there and goes, "We're the best," and then leaves. I don't like.
You don't like Undisputed Era holding all the gold?
No, I don't like Pete not having a fucking title.
I agree. I also think it's fucked up. I mean, like, I would have liked him to win just because he was the longest reigning UK champion, and it would have gave him some more credence.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least he was on Survivor Series.
But he's not tall enough or whatever. Some stupid Vince bullshit. I'm sure that's what it is.
No.
I guarantee that's what it is.
I think if any performer who is on from NXT or NXT UK on Survivor Series, that's a good thing. Whether they won or lost.
It was a good
because
thing.
They got a bigger paycheck and they got more exposure. So I don't think it's like, oh, Vince doesn't like him. I think it's, we're not going to take the belt off Cool yet. They're probably going to wait till Dream comes back.
Yeah.
Dream's probably going to be the next champ.
Which I'm fine with. It's just, I guess I'm feeling a little off today because I know that after Survivor Series, we're going to just go back to SmackDown being the Roman show, Raw being the Brock show. Yeah.
You're going to miss the NXT invasion.
I'm going to miss all of WWE being interesting, not just Wednesday.
All right. So the next match we got Painted Red, The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan invoked the Yes Movement to no avail.
Which from now on I'm going to refer to as the red light special of the evening.
Yeah. Some people complain about the red lights. I saw the whole match fine. I thought it was a decent match. I believe at WrestleMania it's going to be the Fiend against the guy who won the Survivor Series match.
Yeah, I think it's cool that I think it would be cool if the lights would switch to red when Bray hits the man of the clock.
Yeah. Like if they weren't there the whole time.
Play with the lights.
Yeah.
Give us something.
People would complain even more then.
Yeah, probably.
You know that? They'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna have an epileptic seizure. I can't deal with this."
This isn't realistic. It's wrestling.
It's wrestling. It's wrestling. Oh God. So then,
that's not realistic, but AEW, and I love AEW. This is not a slight. AEW has a guy that in kayfabe, truly believes he is a dinosaur.
Team SmackDown of Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, King Corbin, Mustafa Ali, and Shorty G against Team Raw of Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet against Team NXT of Tommaso Ciampa, Damian Priest, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Walter.
Bro.
What I liked about this match, the Walter chance, what Walter did in there against Braun and Drew McIntyre. I liked Braun getting his time to shine with the train on the outside. I liked how Keith Lee sacrificed himself and threw himself into Braun Strowman, stopping the train. There was a point in the match where Matt Riddle and Chad Gable had an amazing amateur style counters and whatnot. Ricochet flew all over the place. So did Ali. It was beautiful. It came down to the two Shield members against Keith Lee. And Keith Lee disposed of Seth Rollins as he went to do a blackout curb stomp, and he turned it into the Ground Zero. This led to Keith Lee versus Roman Reigns. They had great exchanges. Keith Lee did a spirit bomb and almost pinned the big dog, but the big dog wins with two Superman punches and a spear. I thought this outcome was good. Apparently the day after, people were saying that Vince McMahon is very impressed and has major plans for Keith Lee. I agree.
And you know what? I feel like I was ready for Roman to start winning matches again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool with Roman now.
The hate's gone.
You know what I mean? The hate is totally gone because there's so much worse shit now. I guess that was the plan all along. It's like if we make Baron Corbin king of the ring, they'll have to love Roman.
Now,
and it worked.
This puts SmackDown at 2 wins, Raw at 1 win, and NXT at 3.
I went in expecting Raw to win every match.
Really?
Because they're still trying to push the narrative that it's the flagship show.
Well, I have an idea about what Survivor Series meant and everything, and we'll get into that afterwards. Next, we have the No Holds Barred match for WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar against Rey Mysterio. This was a piss break.
I mean, I like Dominic getting involved.
I like Dominic getting involved too. He hit a frog splash, didn't he?
Yeah,
he tried to.
And a 619.
Nice.
I like people using weapons against Brock. Just fuck Brock Lesnar.
I think there could have been more Ray offense.
Yeah.
With the pipe. But whatever. The show, honestly, this show was good all the way until then. Because that was like a piss break match, and then the main event really fell flat for me. And apparently it fell flat to the man in charge.
Really?
Yeah. Vince was not happy with it.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Right. Shayna Baszler beat Bayley. Becky Lynch got pissed off, put her on the table, and
Becky Lynch's character sucks majorly.
Still, like why? It's the most over thing in the company.
Okay, but
I mean, you got the Fiend and you got her.
She's fallen into that Charlotte thing where she can't let anyone else have any type of shine, any spotlight. And that's what she criticized Charlotte for.
Well, that's why she was on the outside and let Shayna win. Shayna won the match.
Shayna won the match and was not able to celebrate that moment because of Becky Lynch.
Well, maybe she would have been able to celebrate if she stayed in the ring and didn't go up into Becky Lynch's face.
It's Shayna Baszler.
That's the goddamn gargoyle.
The only reason people hate this match is because Ronda didn't come back.
No one wants or expects Ronda to come back.
There was a commercial. There was a commercial for Total Divas, which for some fucking reason is canon now, where Ronda said the phrase, "No one ever really retires from WWE," and they got all these little fucking piss ants on Twitter going, "Oh my god, she's gonna come back."
We want to see the 4 Horsewomen versus the 4 Horsewomen. That's the only reason I would want.
If Ronda comes back, I want Shayna to punch her in the fucking mouth
and say, "I'm the best. I'm the actual wrestler."
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Shayna defends her title. Shayna earned her title.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People want to talk shit on Shayna Baszler all fucking day long.
Shayna has the longest beat Asuka for the longest reigning female to hold the title.
Shayna versus Rhea Ripley is going to happen eventually. It has to.
It's going to happen in February.
And
when they go to Oregon.
It's going to be better than Bayley versus Becky. It's going to be better than Asuka versus Charlotte. It's going to be better. NXT wins. And that pisses people off.
Yep, people are saying that NXT sold out for winning all last night. But guess what?
They were already working for the fucking company.
Here's the thing. This show,
NXT
the build
is a WWE show.
The build to Survivor Series and the Survivor Series show itself was planned to boost ratings for NXT so they could beat AEW.
Yeah.
They were losing to AEW this whole time.
And then they squeaked out ahead on the Go Home show.
On the Go Home show when Raw and SmackDown invaded.
They still only won by 24,000, which I think 24,000 is a lot of people. But
yeah, wouldn't fit in your house.
No, fuck no. Wouldn't fit in most people's houses.
But anyway, yeah, I think it was a smart move by Vince McMahon.
If NXT gets better, AEW is going to get better. If AEW gets better, NXT is going to get better. If NXT gets better, AEW is going to get better. If AEW gets better, NXT is going to get better. How can anyone not want that to happen?
Because people are trolls and idiots. And they don't see the big picture. They only live in the now.
The big picture is that Wednesday night as a whole is fucking lit for wrestling.
Hallelujah. And amen. With that, any last thoughts, John?
Last thoughts. So, going through things with the show. Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, top 2 females on Wednesday night. Becky, top female on Monday. Bayley, top female on Friday. Tuesday? Not for a while, but is there anyone that you can see believably taking that title off Bayley that's on the SmackDown roster other than Sasha Banks?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross. I don't think Sasha would because they're still playing on that they're together narrative. Next pay-per-view is TLC. Yeah. And I believe we're getting Sasha versus somebody. I don't remember who. We're not getting Sasha versus Bayley. That wouldn't make sense.
I have no idea.
Unless Sasha turned. Did anything happen where it looked like Sasha turned on Bayley? Does it know the answer?
No, he said he's not watching that shit.
TLC?
Yeah.
Whatever. Ooh, Becky lost. Ooh.
All right. So I thought that Survivor Series was really good up until the last 2 matches. I thought TakeOver War Games was fantastic.
The last 2 matches, yeah, felt a little flat, but I still like Shayna pulling out the win. Because here's the thing. Shayna says what she's going to do and then goes out and does it.
Yeah.
That's what people hate about her. And it's the same thing that they've hated about Becky.
Brock Lesnar.
Same thing they hate about Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Ray was definitely going to win that match. When Brock Lesnar hits the screen, you know what's going to happen.
Decimation.
It's going to be 8 billion suplexes, an F5, and a 3 count. Like,
How about Undertaker not even remembering that match?
the one that he had against Lesnar?
Yeah. He said he got
He's
concussed
fucking old.
really
He's
early.
so old.
He doesn't even know how, like when it happened.
I still have to watch that.
I didn't watch all of it. I watched bits and pieces, but it was from what I watched.
Good.
Of course, we're talking about the Broken Skull sessions.
Broken Skull Sessions.
Anywho,
How many names is that show gonna?
wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one, and peace and love to all of you. Bang!
NXT is the best show WWE has.